So tonight I want to speak from a different angle of vision. Most of the time when we live in this world, we're living from ourselves as the subject and the center of existence. And so we're bound up in this self-absorption. But sometimes we should take the opportunity to recognize the greater perspective. Zoom out a little bit from yourself. Recognize God and try to understand His reality. Generally in life, right, we are the center of existence and everything revolves around us. There's no problem with that. But this festival is for His pleasure and for His service. And so if we can zoom out a little bit from ourselves, we can realize that the center of existence is God. That's the spiritual kingdom, where the center of existence is just Him. Not Him alone though, with His beloved, Srimati Radhika, not Krishna and Radha alone, with all of their associates, all the Brija Gopis, all of the Sakhas, their parents and their divine play. If we can meditate like that, as with Radha Krishna at the center with all of their associates, and live our life in a way trying to please them, in this life we are liberated, and after this life we'll be eternally liberated. Depression comes from what? Too much self-absorption. Then I focus on my problems. This didn't go right, that didn't go right. 1,000 years ago, they were overjoyed if they got food, enough to eat that day. And if their family wasn't killed by an attacking tribe or by a wild animal, that was their happiness. No depression. No one took antidepressants 1,000 years ago. Survival was the greatest antidepressant. Nowadays we're so depressed in America. Why? Too much opulence. Now we create new problems, higher level problems. Once food and shelter is taken care of, then mental problems. So much abundance, but I'm not satisfied. So why am I not satisfied? They say you want to cure depression, serve others. Zoom out. Your own self-centered life and serve God. And then you can understand that in service to God, you are your best served. When you water the root of existence, the whole tree of existence is nourished. Therefore we serve God. How do we serve? Follow His instruction, and then you can serve everyone to please Him. Service to God simply means action to please Him. Therefore we take guidance to understand how to please Him. But He is at the center. And so this is a regular meditation, very simple meditation. When we wake up, when we go to rest, how can I act today to try to please my beloved, Krishna? Simple ways. Then we understand, oh, we're in family life, I should take care of my family. I should work, I should maintain, I should help others. We say, Vanashram life means 100 years is the lifespan. Whether we lived 70 or 80, 4/4 of your life. 25, 25, 25. So you can adjust it. If you live 80, then 20, 20, 20. Right? 4 stages of life. Childhood, you're taken care of by society. Once was a sage who lived in the forest, did austerities for a long time. One day he went to beg alms, and a lady came out, and he had never seen a woman. So he saw her, and he didn't know man or woman, male or female. He didn't understand the difference. He said, Bhiksham Dehi, please give me some alms. I've fasted for a long time. I need to maintain this body. She said, oh, okay, I'll go and collect. She went and collected something. She came out. And he said, I have one question. You must feel a lot of pain. Why? You have 2 big boils on your chest. Once I had a boil on my arm and it hurt so bad. You have 2 big boils. It must hurt so much. She was thinking, what is this? But he's a sadhu, so she went, called her husband. Good. And they saw him and they understood he doesn't know what is man, woman, this or that. So he asked what, she said, no, this is called woman. Oh, woman? What is that? Oh, this is how, man and woman, and this is how civilization continues. They have a child, and then life goes on. So what are the boils for? He said, oh, when the child is born, God arranges milk for the child. This is the woman's, right? Vakshastha, Lakshmi's residence. This is why I say actually ladies aren't supposed to do sastang pranam. Because then you're supposed to, this is the place, honored place. Vakshastha means Lakshmi's place. Right? On Krishna's chest there's a mark for Lakshmi. On his chest, golden line. And this is also that place. So the sadhu, he said, when he heard that God has already arranged food for the child before it was born, he said, oh, God is great. Why do I need to worry about anything in life? God has already arranged everything for us. You see his purity. So in this way, everything is already arranged for us in our life. Whatever we're going to eat, whatever we're going to stay, however we're going to live, everything is already predestined. What is not predetermined is how much we can develop relationship and love for God. Therefore, that is our quest in this life. Our work, our characteristics, our lifestyle, our habits, this is all arranged by our karma, past life. But in this life, as human beings, we can develop love for God. And then by that love for God, we can go to his eternal realm where he is at the center of everything. He is not selfish. So when God is at the center, then the whole of existence lives in harmony because God is not selfish. What is he doing every day? Every day, 9 to 5, grazing the cows. He leaves after breakfast, comes back in the afternoon. But because for him, every activity is ecstatic, he's never working. He's always enjoying. That is God. God never works, he only enjoys. But he enjoys caring for and loving for those he has relationship with. So therefore I'm saying, in our life, in our daily life, we meditate. It's very simple. Bhakti is a very simple process. We complicate it. Philosophy should come and understanding should develop once you understand the essence. Otherwise, if you don't understand the essence, then everything you understand just becomes more and more and more confusion. What is the essence? Try to develop love for God. What is that love for God? Try to serve and please God. He is at the center. He is the supreme subject. I am simply the object of his service. How can I serve God? Then all our depression, all these things can be removed. Why? Very simple process. How to develop attachment for God? Develop the mood that his happiness is my happiness. And if we surrender to him, then we accept him as our maintainer and protector. That is surrender. So we surrender to God. Then whatever comes to me in my life, I accept as what is his choice, how I can come closer to him. I am no longer the Lord and Master. I am accepting my position as his eternal servitor with love. Then he is my maintainer and protector. And then I can develop the mood. Your happiness is my happiness. That is the mood of Radha and the Gopis. O Krishna, more jhade dile dukh, if it pleases you to give me unhappiness, I accept that as my highest happiness. In other words, whatever troubles come to us in a godly life, help us reach shelter of the lotus feet of God, Krishna. Whatever troubles come to us in material life are simply perpetuating us in the cycle of birth and death. So therefore we place Lord Jagannath and Krishna or Jagannath in the center, and we listen to them, we think about them. In the daily life we try to give. Beginning spiritual life means try to give, what do we say, tithing. Tithing of your time and energy to God, not your wealth. Wealth is a form of your energy, right? Your output, your work. But for us in spiritual culture, what do? We wake up in the morning and we give the first time to God. Right? Brahma Muhurta, that time that is the time for the service of God. That's why we wake early, because as soon as after breakfast, karma time starts. Whether you like it or not, that time period is for karma. You will be engaged in action. If you don't, then you'll enter tamagun and it will lead to your a very horrible state of life. Right? Some kind of activity should be performed. Karma time. So therefore in the morning, before sunrise, when you wake up, your first time you offer to God, tithe it to God. 24 hours of the day, give 2 hours. 10%. How? Mangala Shri Guru Ghora Mangala Murati Mangala Shri Radha Krishna Jugala Piriti. What is the most auspicious thing? The most auspicious thing, remind yourself in the morning. I want auspiciousness in my life. Meditate on God. He is Manga, all auspicious. I am not in the center of existence. He is the center of existence. My heart beats for the Lord. What else is the purpose of my life? All beings are in relationship. We are seeking relationship with God. And then all our relationships are informed, imbued with that relationship, and they become magical. Otherwise, living and dying in material existence. So Mangala Shri Guru Gauda, Mangala Murati, Mangala Shri Radha Krishna. What is the most auspicious thing? Guru Gauranga and the love of Radha Krishna, Jugala Piriti. So we start our day like that. Mangala Arati. Arati, why do we offer the lamp? I'm offering my love to you in the form of this lamp. The flame of my consciousness I'm offering to you. The fragrance of my love I'm offering to you in the flower. The incense, the fragrance of devotion I'm offering to you, not to myself. We don't wake up and do arati in the mirror to ourselves. Mangala Tirtha Raja, Mangala Trilokanath. No. Mangalarti to God and to His associates. 5 times a day. Remind yourself who is the center of life. Whoever you love should be the center of your life. Then you can come out of depression. Who do you love? How much are you serving and pleasing them? Then everything becomes in harmony. So we offer our first love to God. Prasad, then we take His prasad. Then we give our prasad to family, to friends, to society. We take care of our duties in this world. But our first duty is to God and to love God. That's our first duty. So when we wake up in the morning, give that first time, offer to Him. That's why when I was living in India, we go to bed late. We get up 2:30, 3 and go on parikrama. 2 hours Vrindavan, 2 hours Govardhan, bathing in the Kunj, singing, chanting. That is our duty in life. Otherwise, why are we living? Living and dying like animals. Again and again. So we offer, try to give 10%, and then we work. And we're so attached to our wealth. Nityartidena vittena dulabhenatma mrityuna. Constantly trying to acquire wealth, which is leading us to death. Very hard to acquire and causing constant anxiety. Oh, how can I accumulate more? Let's place it in this market, but what if it crashes? Let's buy Bitcoin. Bought it at the top, ride it all the way down. Buy it at the bottom, every day think about how it's going to go back to the top. Bitcoin consciousness. I know a Vaishnava, we were trying to build Gurudev Samadhi, and someone from China had donated like 16 Bitcoin, a long time before. And this time it was not so high. It was still okay, you know. I don't remember what. This was back in 2014. He said, liquidate everything, build Gurudev Samadhi. Oh no, it'll go high up. Save the Bitcoin, it'll go up. He said, Krishna is my Bitcoin. God is my Bitcoin. Serve God. If we're genuinely serving Krishna, genuinely, with sincerity and surrender, whatever is meant to come will come. Why be attached? If it's not coming, it means it would be a burden for me. Oh, you want wealth? Wealth will be the noose around your neck, dragging you to hell. But whatever is meant to come, let it come. Work hard. But don't be attached. So we pray to Krishna, we pray to Jagannath, to always serve him, to always understand and meditate upon him. Whatever we collect, whatever we acquire, also offer the first portion to God. And how? Oh, there's so much corruption. Yes, don't offer it to man. Offer it to God. If you trust someone that they'll serve God, then you can give them. But what we say usually in Vrindavan, we say, well, you want to donate. Go buy rice, go buy dal, go buy ghee, buy sugar, because it will be used properly. But if you trust someone to really genuinely use it for God, then try to give your first portion to God. Or you save it for yourself and then arrange some festival. Give some donation, give some charity. Your first portion. That's why today's Ekadashi. Whatever we don't take today, we save and we give it to God the next day. In Vaishnava culture, all the mendicants go and beg on Dwadasi, the day after Ekadashi. And all the householders save a little bit of rice, a little bit of dal, a little bit of sugar. We would go and they prepared it. I would go myself for many, many years. And if you don't go, they get so upset. Hey, why did you come for Bhiksha? I saved up for this all 2 weeks. And I had my plate ready, I had some fruit. They give like 2-3 potatoes. Whatever they're going to eat that week. Right? Oh, I eat potatoes. First save a potato for God. I eat dal, so first a little bit of dal, first a little bit of rice. From my paycheck, the first thing I'll spend is buying something to give to God. Then everything becomes purified. My existence becomes purified. Then everything becomes His mercy, His prasad. He doesn't want everything. He doesn't want anything. He doesn't need anything. But how can you establish relationship with Him? Love is a process. Establishing your relationship is a process. It's not like you can just flip on a switch. Flipping on the switch means acknowledging you need that relationship, but then you develop that relationship of love and you give up your false ego and you give up your attachment and gradually come closer and you closer, closer. So that's why Christ taught in the Bible, tithing. 10% of your time, we say. Energy, give or not give, that's up to you. But give some of your time to this relationship with God. So to this festival we're worshipping Lord Jagannath. Who is Jagannath? Jagannath means Lord of the universe. Not this universe, every universe. And who is that Lord of the universe? Brajendra Nandan Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba. He is Jagannath. And therefore, meditating on Him and Him in the center, with His beloved Sri Radha, how are their pastimes wonderful? What is the beginning? If you could say, Krishna is the highest form of Godhead. Why? Madhurya Bhagavata Sad. The essence of Godhead is His sweetness and His love and His beauty. Therefore, in festivals, what do we focus on His pastimes, His kirtan. When we go to the lake, why? Not for our enjoyment. He is enjoying in His own realm. But we are making the feeble effort like a small baby to please our Father, to please our Beloved, to please our Lord. Oh, I'm trying to do this for you. Let you be pleased. Let me sing for you. Let me think about you. And so therefore we perform all these activities. So the essence, we can say what comes first, right? This is the age-old question. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? What comes first? The chicken comes first. It's a bad name for it, don't think of it like that, but what comes first? God comes first. Egg means the Brahmanda, universal egg. Brahmanda. means, Anda means egg, and Brahma means the spirit, and it remains the universe. Universal egg, like a golden, effulgent egg. Where does it come from? It comes from God. And so, within that hierarchy of being, and what is the original, you could say, moment? What is the original moment according to the idea of beauty and sweetness and love as supreme? Or Gurudev would say, God is love, love is God. So what is the original moment of love? Therefore it's described. When we chant kirtan, why are we sitting for 8 hours, 10 hours? Festival time means more kirtan. Last night till what? 1:30? And when did we start? All day. All day kirtan. In Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram, since 35 years, 24-hour kirtan. So why are we chanting? Oh, because it's a nice melody, because it's inspiring, because it makes me feel good. Yes, all those things may be true. We're chanting to please and serve Him. But really, how do we please and serve Him? By coming in relation with Him. So therefore He's given us this means to come in relationship with Him by chanting His name. But we should meditate. What do we meditate on when we chant kirtan? Oh, Hare Krishna, and then this problem, that problem. That's why we do a lot of kirtan. First hour, all the Maya is moving around. Second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour. Hopefully we can come into this spiritual flow state, you could say. And when you're chanting the mantra, we go from the name to the form. Nam, Rup. So what is the original moment? When we chant our Gayatri mantra. What is the Gayatri mantra? The Gayatri mantra is that seed mantra that awakens into that perfected form that you all each possess. Therefore Guru instills that within you. You chant this mantra, you will realize the form of God and your own form in His service. Because you cannot worship God in this material form. You can aspire to. You can pray. Real service of God means achieving your liberated state in the spiritual body. How do you achieve that spiritual body? Gayatri is the song of deliverance. Gayatri means the song. That mantra which is a song that awakens your relationship with Krishna. And what is that song? That song, original Gayatri, what is the original Gayatri mantra? Before Brahma Gayatri, Kam Gayatri. Kam Gayatri is nothing else but the sound of Radha Krishna in their eternal abode on the bank of the Jamuna, under the banyan tree, surrounded by their gopis, singing very sweet songs about their love. And the glance of Radha Krishna in their service, in their relationship of love. Thakurji here, this is the Swarup of Kam Gayatri. This is the Swarup, the form of the Kam Gayatri. This is how Gurudev would explain it. Radha Krishna. Kalindira kule keli kadambe ravana ratana vedira yupar boshabhadui jhana. Radha Krishna are sitting on a jeweled throne. He said, when you chant your Gayatri, meditate on this scene. Mantra Mai Upasana. There's a process of worship, fixing the mind on a mantra with a spiritual visualization of a scene, an image even. And then if you focus your mind on that image and you gradually eradicate all the noise of your self-absorption, self-centeredness, I, me and mine in this world and my problems. Give that time to God. The rest of your day is for your own problems. But solve the root of all your problems by just meditating on God. So we meditate. I know sadhus. They can sit and meditate all day, all night, forever. Their body is just here like a statue. They're not here. They're in the spiritual world serving. Antardasa, in the internal state, the kingdom of God is within. You can access the kingdom of God through your heart, through meditation. And so you meditate. Nam, the name of God, meditating on His form. Radha Krishna. That is the calm Gayatri. Astodhalo Bhari Shiradha Shri Hari Astasaki Parijan Astasaki Parijana. Radha Krishna sitting on a beautiful effulgent lotus, surrounded by their 8 dearmost servitor friends, the Gopis, expansions of Radharani. Sugita Naratane Shabashaki Gane Tusiche Jugaladhana Krishna Lila Hari Prakriti Shundari Vishtariche Shobhavan Vishtariche Shobhavana. When we chant our mantra, when we chant japa, we do kirtan, lay aside all material thoughts. I am man, I am woman. Be like the sadhu. Oh, what is man, what is woman? It's a high stage, don't artificially imitate. Maintain propriety. But understand, I am soul. And as a soul, I am eternally beloved of God, His servant. In this scene of Thakurji, the Gopis are singing. Sugita Nartane and dancing. And trying to please and satisfy the divine couple. God only as the man is no God. This is what our scripture tells us. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, understanding of God is only the Purush, the male, in the divine state. Without the feminine aspect is impotent God. Kliv Brahma, without feature, without attributes. Therefore they say God has no form. Because they don't understand and they don't accept the form of the Supreme Goddess Sri Radha. Understand Sri Radha, understand the form of Krishna. Therefore when we chant, we meditate on Radha Krishna. But we are not qualified to meditate on their pastimes, so you don't have to. Meditate on the feet of the deity. Meditate on Thakurji. Sit in front of Thakurji. They appear in this form to give us something we're eligible for until we become to the purified state of consciousness in which their Leela manifests automatically. So therefore no need to meditate on that Leela, you meditate on their form. Picture, Seva Kunj Gurudev gave. We're qualified for that. This is Kam Gayatri. As we meditate, gradually everything will come into clarity. But going back to that source, when we chant Mahamantra, you can meditate on Sri Krishna. Bhangimatri Bhanga Rupa. Threefold bending form. The essence of beauty and sweetness. They say, Dostoevsky, beauty will save the world. Beauty will save the world. So when we talk about all the problems in this world, this, political, that, war, strife, beauty will save the world. So how do we help save the world? Help magnify manifest to the eyes of the world the beauty of Radha Krishna. That beauty can save the world. That pure beauty. Krishna is the most beautiful. All beings are attracted to Him, but because they've turned away, they seek Him in His parts. Beauty, knowledge, power, fame, this is all the opulences of Krishna. So therefore we should offer it to Him, understanding all things within Him and offer it all to Him. So Krishna is standing there and source, original moment, Radhastami, Radharani's appearance. She manifests from Krishna's left side. Shakti, from the left side. And immediately, Raga Dhavati Iti Radha, she runs towards Krishna. Running towards God with love, that is Sri Radha. Then what happens? Shatakoti Gopi. All 10 millions and hundreds of millions of gopis manifest from her form. That's the source of existence. What is our original moment? Shri Krishna and Shri Radha. Then all the tens and hundreds of millions of gopis appear from her form. How can I please my beloved the most? Through all kinds of varieties of pastimes. Right? Swakya, Parakya, all the avatars, only to satisfy and please the beloved Krishna. If you can understand in your life that God's happiness is my happiness, and I've surrendered to Him, and whatever troubles come up to me in the spiritual journey are favorable to my progress in spiritual life. When I've truly surrendered, I accept everything as His shelter and His mercy on my path and journey to Him. I surrender like that. So Srimati Radhika, the eternal beloved, appeared with all the gopis, and Rasa dance began. How long did Rasa dance go? In the spiritual world, it goes eternally. The spiritual world, eternal present. Only that moment. Why? Because when you love someone purely, that moment lasts forever. It's the infinity symbol. Infinity in a moment. Therefore, during the Rasa dance, in this world, when it appeared, how long did the Rasa dance last? When they were dancing and singing together, lasted the entire night of Lord Brahma. How long? How many billion years? A lot. The moon stopped, becoming stunned by their love. And the moon stopped in the sky, and for billions of years the dance continued. And as the dance increased and increased, Krishna would take his cloth and wipe the perspiration from the foreheads of the gopis. When they are dancing, why are they dancing? They're dancing to enjoy each other? No. Pure love is pure love. Everything manifests from that pure love. The desire to please the beloved, that is the highest enjoyment. If you have that pure desire to please the beloved also has the desire to please you, then you both enjoy infinitely greater than you can ever enjoy on your own. So I tell people, you want to be happy? You don't know how to be happy. You're not good at taking care of yourself, your own happiness. Try to please the senses of Krishna. He is infinitely more capable of making you happy. So let Him provide for your own happiness and simply serve His happiness. And then you understand how to please Him, please His beloved, Shri Radha. So this is the Rasa dance. Rasa dance. In the spiritual world, eternally going on. Every Leela is eternally present in the spiritual world. And in the spiritual world, there's no separation. Only the fear of separation. Not the fear, the anxiety, the anticipation. Oh, if my beloved were to not be with me. But this is also a form of divine play. When Radha appears, Radha is who? Shri Radha is simply the embodiment of the constant increasing activity to satisfy and please the senses of the beloved. Spiritually, spiritual senses. So everything is constantly manifesting. She is Kriya Shakti therefore. Kriya Shakti means active potency, ability to energy. Why we say, oh, this person has a lot of energy, it means a lot of Shakti. What is Shakti? Shakti is inherently feminine. Oh, this person, Shakti Shali. Therefore we say, if you're a brahmachari, you have a lot of Shakti. Because whatever potency that you have in your life, you're preserving it just for God. Therefore we say, true celibacy means you've come to that stage where you're just offering all of your energy, which is Shakti, feminine of nature, to the service of the beloved Krishna. And you won't waste it here and there. And then you become very Shakti-shali, great potency. When Bhishmadev took the vow, I'll be a celibate my whole life, the demigod showered flowers from the sky. And they named him Deva Vrata. He has taken a vow of the gods. Deva Vrata. Deva means God, or the demigods. Deva Vrata. He has taken a vow to be lifelong servant of God, to maintain whatever food we eat, whatever blood that creates, whatever ojas, spirit and force that creates. I'll use all that force for the service of God. Then I am brahmachari. And so, Shri Radha is that Shakti that is always just serving Krishna, their only desire. And therefore they're in this eternal dance. So therefore we say, you want to be a human being, you need to become ecstatic, not static. Static life means, next life will be like a rock. Perfectly static. If you want to be a human being, become ecstatic. Why? What is it? What is the root of ecstasy? Love for God. Bhav. Develop your love and you'll always be ecstatic. Always be in motion, in movement, with happiness and joy. Simply, I offering my life, my pran, everything, my home, my family, my wealth, my possessions, my shyness, everything, my pride, at the shelter of the lotus feet of God. Let me serve Him. My life is for Him. He is my maintainer and protector. Whether I understand God or not, however it appears to me, I surrender to that principle, the Lord. And so therefore Radha Krishna, they're in their eternal dance in the Ras Leela. Therefore Ras Leela is Adi Ras, the original mellow. Of all kinds of relationship, the original is the relationship between Radha and Krishna. All of existence appears from that as an expansion of the desire of Srimati Radhika to please Sri Krishna. In Srishti Leela and whatever Leela. So Jagannath, now who's Jagannath? I don't have time. But Jagannath is Krishna in his highest state of appreciation to his beloved Shri Radha. As the enjoyer, God, and Radha manifesting everything simply to serve and please Him. He cannot understand her her glory. He wants to. What is the glory of my beloved? Radha Pranaya Mahima. What is the glory of her love? How can I fathom that? He appeared as Jagannath. When? After, why we see Shri Radha also symbolizes that mood of love going towards God in our journey towards God. And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in the end of the Shikshastakam prayers. He speaks about how Krishna, or Jagannath, is very mysterious in his movement, and he's always chanchal, restless. How to bring us to Him, He teases us. When the Ras Leela began, first He teased the gopis. How? I'm going to play my flute under the banyan tree, you're all going to run to me. Radha and all the gopis appearing from Radha run to Krishna and arrive at His feet. And what does He say? Oh gopis, why have you come here on this dark night? Shouldn't you be at home with your families? Why are you here? Go home. It's not a good place for you to be at night. It's not proper. I'm not your husband. Do you want me to be like your husband? No. Teasing. Right? Krishna is the original teasing. What did they start to do? They started to scratch the ground with their toes. Why? Manifestation of the internal state externally. Oh, you've called me here by your flute. I know you called me here, and now you're teasing me, telling me go home. So if they tolerated Krishna, Pranaya Geet, Krishna giving all the reasons why they should return. So in the beginning of our quest to God, what happened first? All the reasons we should not serve and follow God. God arranges those for us. All the mental reasons why we should leave. I won't worship you. I won't surrender to you. I'm afraid of love for you. It's scary a little bit. Why? Complete surrender of your soul and heart to God means I'm naked before God. And I'm attached to everything I'm wearing and everything I'm attached to, all my possessions in this world. I want to cling to it. And I want to go before God with all those baggage. So he says, surrender to me. He said, oh no, go. Go. Testing. Teasing means testing. You really want me? Darshana ananda dhane. You give me happiness and bliss by your darshan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, oh Lord, when I meditate on you day and night, I start to see you appear before my vision. And then it's like you're teasing me, you come close. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying from his own meditation of his heart, in these last verses, Shikshastakam, Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename, separation from you is like poison. Why do you appear before me and then disappear? And he's feeling more and more separation. Why? Is your desire to be with God for yourself or for His pleasure and His happiness? The root anartha still must be uprooted. Then you can achieve His eternal relationship. Therefore, Rash Leela, you've come to me, I've called you. Yes, I'm calling all souls to me. The flute call is for everyone. How can we understand that? The flute of Krishna, the message of Krishna appears as the Gayatri mantra. Klim. The seed mantra, kling. That is the sound of Krishna's flute. So it appears as Gayatri mantra. Gayatri Mata, the mother of all scriptures. Then all the sastra manifests. All the sastra is simply manifestation of Krishna's flute call, calling us to Him. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Bible, Quran, whatever scripture is there, bringing us to God, His flute call. But then as we start coming closer, why are you coming to me? But you called me to you. I wouldn't know of you if you hadn't called me. Let me live happily in this world without God. But yet you are calling me. You are calling me through different subtle signs and features. If we look at civilizations, from the beginning of the birth of civilization, the quest for God manifests. Why is the quest for God manifesting? Because He is calling us, and then as we approach, He says, go back home. You worship me? Take opulence. Oh, you're worshipping God, very good. Have a kingdom. Be like a king. We see in the Bible, Christ was tested. Have a kingdom on earth. Have opulence, have wealth. So we approach God, take this, bhukti mukti diya. Give you enjoyment, give you liberation. But you want me. When we sacrifice everything to love, love is bound to us. So therefore there's terms and conditions. Terms and conditions apply. If you're going to sacrifice yourself to God with love, He is bound to return that. Whatever you offer, Krishna said, I must offer back. And the Gopis already defeated Him. He said, I cannot repay you. I'm indebted to you. I'm bound to you eternally. So we now as souls going to God, He has to test us. Is your desire pure? No problem if it's not pure. Still follow the path to God. But at the final checkpoint to His kingdom, you must give up that last attachment. Atmendriya priti vancha dhari bole kam. Your desire to please and enjoy for yourself, that is lust. Krishnendriya priti. Simply the endeavor to at every moment serve and please the beloved, Krishna. That is love. When you can cross through that final checkpoint, then Ras begins. Then you begin the ecstatic dance of love. In this life also, there will be certain magical moments in your path of devotion. When you chant deeply, we don't follow the process and then we complain that we don't get the results. Sit Brahma Muhurta and chant 16 rounds with attachment. Not, I'm going to chant and then I'm going to do this work and then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. No. Sit and simply meditate on pleasing Krishna and meditate on His form and meditate on His qualities and meditate on His pastimes. Nam, the name, the form, the qualities and the pastimes. Therefore in our mornings, Srila Prabhupada japa. Srila Prabhupada established this japa time. Chant and simply pray to make your relationship. Oh, I'm not developing a Krishna consciousness. Are you practicing properly with the right mood, with the right guidance, hearing proper Harikatha? Don't complain about not getting the results when you don't follow the recipe. I cooked, but it didn't turn out right. Did you follow the recipe? I don't need a recipe book. It's a very complicated recipe. Follow it. Therefore have an instructor, a cook. Some recipes you need a chef to teach you how to cook them. It's very complicated. Exactly the right amount, exactly the right timing, exactly the right temperature. And we think, oh, I'll just do it on my own. DIY. DIY spiritual life. Good luck. DIY spiritual life. When you become perfected, then you can help others become perfected. Until you become perfected, find someone who could help you become perfected. DIY spiritual life means, very good, stay in samsara. There is no DIY spiritual life to get to Krishna. He sends Radharani and her messengers to bring us to Him. So accept His call. That's another reason. Ras Leela, during Ras Leela, what happened? The bliss of the dance of love with Krishna made us mad. And we started to neglect Sri Radha. I am equal to Radha. I am Radha. There is no one but me and Krishna. Each gopi was dancing with Krishna. These gopis in the world of this Ras Leela, there's eternal Ras Leela in the spiritual world, Basanti Ras, eternally going on, Nitya Siddha. But in this world, Sadhana Siddha means anyone who's been practicing since many lifetimes becomes perfected and achieves a gopi form, if they desire that mood. And they can participate in Ras Leela. But the ecstasy of your newfound relationship, you imagine, dancing with Krishna. And it's like his whole attention is on you. Why? Because he's expanded into all the forms of millions of Krishnas. It's moving so fast. And it's never like it's like he's not separated from you for a moment. And so you become so overwhelmed in the ecstasy of that it becomes what? Divyan Mad, divine madness. And becomes a form of pride. I am the beloved of Krishna. Yes, you are the beloved of Krishna, but you are the beloved of Krishna because you are the servant of the beloved of Krishna. Therefore you are beloved to him. He already has his eternal relationship. He already has his eternal Radha. She is on the altar with Krishna, not me, not you. There's not going to be another altar in another place where it's Krishna and me. I can serve them, and then I can participate in their Leela. And I can also experience his love as her servitor and her expansion of her expansion of her expansion, her energy. But how can I simply try to serve them? Therefore Krishna disappeared from the Ras dance. With who? With Sri Radha. First Radha left. Why? As soon as you start to try to enjoy God and enjoy Him without serving Him, Radha leaves. Oh, I am with God, it's very wonderful. Why am I with Him? Maintain the purity. That's why we dress very nicely. Why? He should be pleased that we look nice. That's why we put on fragrance. That's why we take care of our bodies. For His happiness. That is our reason for living. So as soon as we again start to think, oh, it's for me, it's for me, it's for me, put myself back in the center, God revolves around me. Geocentric, not heliocentric. We revolve around Him in His service. He doesn't have to revolve around us. Rath Yatra is us pulling Him to Vrindavan. And we get to go along for the ride. But it's for Him, it's for His pleasure, it's for His service. And so Ras Leela, oh, it's about me. Who leaves? Krishna doesn't leave first. Srimati Radhika leaves. Why? This place is no longer pure. I won't associate with those who are of this mood. I am the enjoyer. So Srimati Radhika leaves. Why? All the sadhan siddhas. Who were the sadhan siddhas? Not ordinary persons. All of the scriptures took personified forms as gopis. And all of the sages who had performed austerities for tens of thousands of years to become gopis, all took the form of gopis, and they all appeared in the Ras Leela in this world. And then they met Krishna after millions of lifetimes searching for love. In this world, right, what are we doing? searching for love in all the wrong places. What's the song? Right? So you imagine you've been searching for love since lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and what is it? Mirage in the desert, and when you run to it, thinking it's an oasis, it becomes just a cactus. Pricking up. Thorn, thorn, thorn. Right? Oh, love is so sweet. Yes, love is sweet. But pure love is the most sweet. And material love is temporary and will be lost based on selfishness. So when Radharani disappeared, immediately the Rasa stopped. So we think, oh, everything is good, I'm enjoying, I'm with God. But as soon as the mood becomes misplaced, Shrimati Radhika leaves, without Shrimati Radhika, Rasa stops. And then what happens? Again the search for Krishna. Again the search for Krishna. Meeting and separation, meeting and separation. Kaha jao, kaha pao, Brajendra Nandan, Brajendra Nandan, vina fate moraman. Where can I find Krishna? When we have separation, it purifies our love. Separation is the fire that burns the impurities out of the gold. Separation from God, while you are aspiring for His love and you have love in your heart, that separation is the fire that will burn away the impurities in your heart, and you will come out as gold. So therefore you embrace that fire, and you stay in that fire until you're pure. Separation. And what do you do when you're in separation? Not just separation. Jayati te dikam janmana praja Shrayata indira sasvaratrahi tvaidrita savastam vichimbate. Oh Krishna, when did the Gopigate start? The song. Gopigate is the song searching for Krishna and calling out to Him. How you've called us to you, and how you've disappeared from us. What is our wrong? We are ignorant, we don't know how to serve you, how to love you, but we're trying, and yet you have left us. We're trying, at least. We've left you for so long and tried to please our own senses for so long, and so much this habits and so long, but now at least we're trying and you have left us. Imagine you get like a taste of love for the first time after billions of lifetimes, a real taste of pure love. Then after a moment, like a love, like eternal moment, but it's gone so quickly, and then He disappears. Imagine you're in the Rasa dance with Krishna, and then He disappears. You can't find Him. What happened after they couldn't find Krishna? They became completely mad. They started searching in the forest for Krishna. Oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Krishna, where have you gone? They started to ask the plants, oh Tulasi Devi, have you seen Krishna? Has he come this way? Oh Ashok, have you seen Krishna? Oh Tamal, have you seen Krishna? Oh Kadamba, have you seen Krishna? Oh moon, have you seen Krishna? Oh deer, have you seen Krishna? Where is Krishna? No one responded. They lamented, oh, it must have been what have we done? They couldn't understand what they've done wrong. Why? Like a child in newborn love. Right? They don't know what is right, what is wrong, but they're awakening into that experience. They're searching for Krishna. And then the separation, like a fire, was increasing and increasing, and it increased to the extent of what? They completely lost their sense of self. Who am I? They became purely Krishna conscious. What is pure Krishna consciousness? Kaivalyekya prayojanam, the ultimate goal, oneness. What kind of oneness? In love. When in your mind you only think, how can I please my beloved? And you're constantly thinking of that service. Then you think that is oneness with the beloved. That is yoga, union. How can I sleep to please? How can I wake? How can I live? Why am I doing service in the temple? Why am I singing? Why am I worshiping the deities? Simply to please Him, to come closer to Him. And so when they came to that state, they were thinking of Him so purely that they just began to imitate His pastimes. One gopi would take one form, one gopi would play like Krishna, one gopi would play like the gopis, or all the activities. They started to play all the pastimes of Krishna. And they achieved this mood of, I'm like Krishna. They became so absorbed in thoughts of their beloved, they could think of nothing but him. And then they began to dance and play and imitate his pastimes as Putana, as Trinavarta, Shakadasur, the demons first. And then after the demons, oh, how Krishna steals butter. How Krishna danced with us. How Krishna lifted Giriraj. How Krishna stole our clothes. First tease. Oh, you're trying to come to me? Another story, another time. Katyani Brat. Krishna. And then this absorption in his Leela, his pastimes, came to the point where it purified in their separation, that they became purely Krishna conscious. Then what did they find? God's footprints. When we can live our life constantly in remembrance of Him, thinking of Him, then we can find His footprints, leading us to Him. How do we find His footprints? Find the footprints of His beloved. So they saw, oh, Krishna's footprint. But who is these other footprints? A little smaller, very beautiful, some nice marks. Who is that girl? Who is that girl that Krishna left us with? They saw Krishna and her footprints. Different gopis, different moods came. Why? Those who are one pointed to Radharani felt joy. They recognized her footprints. Manjari gopis. Not just the Manjaris, all those in the Swapaksha party, Radharani's party, Lalita, Vishaka, all the Astasakis, each of the Astasakis, their 8 Manjaris and their 8 Sakis and their 8 Sakis and their 8 Manjaris, continually down. What is our japa beads? All the Swapaksha group to Radharani. Radharani and Krishna in the center bead, Astasakis, each of their 4 assistant Manjaris, and each of their 4 assistant Sakis. Personal assistants and like Jute, your group leaders who perform all activities necessary. So they were all overjoyed. Oh, my Radha is with Krishna. I serve her feet every day. That, look, there's the flag. Look, there's the thunderbolt. Look, there's the cat. There's the mandir. There's the goat. There's this. Oh, Radha's with Krishna. Very good. But those who are new, a little confused. Who is this Krishna? Who is he with? Let's find out. Still some remaining. What is that remaining thing? Jealousy. So they followed. Therefore, when Radha was with Krishna, going in Ras Leela, Krishna was pleasing and serving her, trying to satisfy her. Why? She was also thinking, Krishna has brought all these souls to him, now he's neglecting me. This is the mood of love. Why? When love comes to its highest point, what comes? Man. But that man is her pure love of possessiveness, the pride of her possessiveness of Krishna. But really it's of her compassion. Radharani, everything she does is for our benefit. Therefore, what do we sing? Karunam kurumai karuna bharite. Karunam karumai karuna bharite. She is compassion. She is the ocean of mercy. Everything she does. Karunam, she is merciful. Karumai. She's always absorbed in her mercy. Karunam bharite. She's overflowing with that love and mercy and compassion. Therefore, she left for our benefit. For the souls who are coming to Krishna, so they can become pure and always be with Him. They can become divine, then always be with Krishna who is divine. Become godly, then be with God. And so Radha was with Krishna, but she also thought, they were following and they were searching and following the signs and following the footsteps. What if they catch up? They were walking and picking flowers and Krishna was stopping and decorating her hair. And she thought, if they find me in this, then their jealousy will just increase. So she said to Krishna, oh, I'm getting tired. Can you carry me? She also doesn't know why she does it, because this is their Leela, their pastime. Yogamaya, the force of their pastimes, arranging everything, inspires them. So she doesn't know what's going to happen. But from the heart it is arranged. She's also thinking, they have come to Krishna, I should protect them. I should help them come to Krishna. They should also be with Krishna. And so in her heart, compassion was there. And then she said, Krishna, take me on your shoulders. And just as she was to sit on Krishna's shoulders and for him to take her, for him to carry her, he disappeared. Krishna disappeared even from Radha. And she fell on the ground and began to lament and weep. In the meantime, all the gopis are searching, following their footprints. And Radha fainted in separation from Krishna. And all the gopis arrived on the scene. Oh, the gopis. Who is this? Oh, Radha. It is her. Look at how much she loves Krishna, and then being feminine and soft in nature ultimately, seeing her separation and her pain, they felt some, sympathy, empathy. Because they had experienced the separation, they saw her separation more powerful than their own, more deep and profound than their own. She couldn't even do anything, she just fainted in senselessness. Samadhi. And after some time, Lalita Vishaka, as Radharani gradually came back to her senses, they took shelter of her in their hearts. Krishna left with you, you must be his dear most beloved. Let me take your shelter. Anayaraditam nunam bhagavan haririshvare yanno vihaya govinda prituyar anayadra. Who is that gopi that Krishna has left us with? Who's left and gone with? What is her glory? Bhagavan Hari, she must have pleased him the most, therefore he has left us for her. In their heart they took shelter of her lotus feet and asked her, "O Radha, Guru, our guide, how can we find Krishna?" So Radha directed them, "Come to the bank of Kalindi, Kalindi Rekule Keli, and let us sing." This is why we do kirtan, why we sing. Jayati Devikam Janmana Braja. Oh Krishna, how can you appear? You have appeared in Braj, why have you disappeared? Please appear again in my life. Without you, my life is meaningless. Why am I living this cruel existence? Krishna, and they sang beautiful verses, one after another. We don't have time to get into it. Neither tomorrow, day after, we'll continue Katha this. Finally, Tasam Virvit Shorai Smayamana Mukambara Pitambara Darashragdi Shaksham Manmata Manmata. When their prayer came to its complete perfection and purity, simply my body is to please and serve you. Simply my life and my heart and my soul and every fiber of my being, how can I please and serve you? Oh Krishna, when you are walking in the ground barefoot, your feet are so tender. Any stone, any thorn may pierce your foot. Oh Krishna, I am so worried. Only thinking of him and praying to him, then Krishna, his heart melted, and how could he stay away? When God disappears, he is very near. Right now, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He's everywhere. Not just on the altar. In your body, in your heart, in your mind, in every atom of your being, Krishna is present. Paramatma, the super soul. Brahman, his spirit everywhere. He's only disappeared because of your faulty perception. Remove the cataract of ignorance, see the truth. So Krishna reappeared when their heart was perfectly pure, and then the pastime goes on. Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Jagannath Swami Ki